Good morning, students. I'm Mrs. Loucy, your science teacher. Today we're going to continue our lesson, How Do Plants Make Food? I want you please to bring your book and open it on page 140 so you can follow. The objective of this page is to identify the different types of leaves, stems, and roots, and to define the fibrous roots and the tap roots. We're going to start with the leaves. The shape and positioning of leaves help them catch the sunlight they need to make food. Most leaves are flat on top to catch as much sunlight as possible. They are spread out along stems in ways that catch the most sunlight. Some different types of leaves are, number 1, leaves that grow opposite to each other, like a mirror image. So if you look at the picture below, you have the leaves of an ash tree. So they have opposite leaf pattern, so the leaves from both sides look the same. Number 2, leaves that grow in staggered zigzag pattern. So if you look at the picture of grapevines, it have a zigzag leaf pattern. So it's like a wave at the sides of the leaf. The third type of leaves are the leaves that grow in a circle around the same point on the stem. So here you have a picture of a clover that has a circle leaf pattern. And here I gave you some more examples of leaf shapes. The flat leaf shape helps the plant catch as much sunlight as possible, but causes it to lose too much water. Needle-shaped leaves allow it to retain water and survive in a desert. Let's now talk about stems. A stem is a main structure of a vascular plant. Stems grow towards light. Let's remember the functions of a stem. The role of stems are to support the leaves, to conduct or transfer water and nutrients to the leaves where they can be converted into sugar by photosynthesis. Let's now talk about the two types of stems. The first type are the woody stems, are hard and rigid. From its name, woody stems, so they are mainly made from wood. It has a waxy covering that protects them and prevents them from drying out. Most trees and bushes have woody stems that provide extra support for these large plants. These stems usually do not carry out photosynthesis. So here we have a picture to the right of a woody stem. Number 2, the herbaceous stems are soft and flexible. These stems are usually green and carry out photosynthesis just like leaves do. Look at the picture to the right. You have here an example of these soft and flexible stems. In your book, their name is not written, so you can write it as a note next to it. These kind of stems are called herbaceous stems. What about roots? Of course, you know the main role of roots is to absorb water and nutrients from the soil. So roots grow down, away from the stem, in search for these ingredients, the water and the nutrients. Here we have two types of roots, the fibrous roots and the tap roots. So take a look at these images and try to find the differences between them, so we can explain and define each type of these roots. Fibrous roots. In a fibrous root system, the roots are thin and spread out in many directions. So if you look at these images, you can see the roots are all thin and short, and they are like fibers. The second point, let's read it together. Roots are able to absorb water and nutrients from a large area. So they can absorb from large area because they are spread under the soil like a mat. So they have a large surface under the soil. They are located near the surface of the ground. Most grasses and trees have fibrous roots. Taproots. A large main root with minor side roots. So if you look at the images, I want you to focus on the image to the right. You can see the white root coming down. This is the taproot. Branching from it, these minor side roots means these small and thin roots. If you see, it grows straight down deep into the ground. It absorbs water and the nutrients from the soil. It grows thicker because it stores food for the plant. So it's thick, okay? So examples of taproots are the carrots and radishes. Taproots versus fibrous roots. Taproots. One large strong root that pushes deep into the soil. Some taproots also store food. Example, carrots and beets. Fibrous roots, thin and branching, forming a mat below the surface of the ground. They spread out and absorb water from a large area. Example, grass and cactus. This is your homework, so I want you please to copy this question on your copybook and to draw this Venn diagram also, either on your copybook or on a double sheet. The question is, complete the Venn diagram to compare and contrast taproots and fibrous roots. So here, comparing, you should write the common features, so how they are similar. Contrast, so you write the differences between taproots and fibrous roots.